Today is June 4th. Today is called wisdom. Wisdom is different from knowledge. It comes from applying knowledge and from intuition, Paramatma. So, wisdom, sometimes we call it vijnana. It's applied knowledge. You understand it first, theoretically, understand how it works. You apply it. Through application, you get realization. Sometimes people may describe realization as application. Technically, according to Vedic Shastra, it's not. Realization is what you learn by applying. There's a saying, maybe I've said it before, the longest distance in the universe is from the head to the heart. Sanatana Goswami asked Mahaprabhu, please, whatever I've learned from you, make it manifest in the heart. So the idea is that Krishna consciousness is meant to be our lifestyle. Krishna consciousness are the principles and the values of our scripture, which are supposed to be lived. I don't know if you've ever gotten upset or short-tempered or impatient or mistreated somebody. I'm doing it less and less in my life, in my ripe years, because I'm more conscious of living a lifestyle that represents what I'm learning. And so whenever I get a little off, become a little impatient or intolerant, I feel it very deeply that I'm out of integrity with what I believe. I'm out of integrity with what Prabhupada has taught me. And what he has taught is to live principles of Krishna consciousness all day, every day, in all interactions. And it's not enough that I chant my rounds. It's not enough that I read. It's not enough that I do puja. I have the whole day left to practice Krishna consciousness. And I think this is where some of our biggest challenges come from, in maintaining the practices, maintaining integrity with the practices, principles, values, beliefs contained in our own scripture. So it doesn't just become a body of knowledge that we don't imbibe in our life. It doesn't become something that other people have done. Prahlad Maharaj did it, Ambarish Maharaj did it, Dhruva Maharaj did it, but they're great devotees. It's not something for me to do. No. They are examples for what you should be attempting to do. Or at least you can't be like Prahlad Maharaj in one day, but he's a beacon. Go in that direction. So that's very, very important. If the knowledge just stays in our head, it has potential value. It means we can tap into it. And a lot of times you'll see in your life that you'll tap into something that you know that you learned long ago. And if you didn't know it, you couldn't tap into it now. And then it becomes useful. But all those years that you knew it, you may not have tapped into it or may not have tapped into it that much. So that's the value of knowledge. It's potential. It has potential value. But when it goes to your heart and what I call wisdom, and then it's activated. And then what your head and heart are aligned. And so that's really what Krishna consciousness means. That's really what spiritual practice is. Whatever you're hearing, it's aligning with your thinking. It's aligning with your consciousness. It's aligning with your actions. It's aligning with your interactions with people, all your behaviors, and so forth. So I know that's a big challenge. It's a big challenge even on higher levels of Krishna consciousness. It's always a challenge because it's that conditioned response to the world versus the Krishna conscious response. And sometimes you'll even see very advanced devotees becoming upset about something, sometimes becoming intolerant, and so forth. And I can guarantee you, if they do, they feel bad about it because they know they should, by this time, be a little bit beyond it. But sometimes we do make those mistakes. And at least we should be conscious of them, and in that consciousness, we can make a greater effort to be more exemplary 24/7 in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.